Hello there, so today we're going to make a smoked haddock and cheddar quiche, a change away from cakes, something savoury. So we'll start with making the pastry. So short crust pastry, so we need 150 grams of plain flour, 75 grams of margarine, and again we rub in. Just the same as the scones and the rock buns, just gently rub it in until you get the breadcrumb texture. So there we go. And what I've got in this little jug here is some cold milk, cold water, and you can see it's rubbed in, and just a good splash, about 2 tablespoonfuls of cold water, and stir it in with a table knife until it all starts coming together. And then just another splash, probably another tablespoonful. And again, just till it all starts coming together. Again, this water thing, it depends on your flour, how much water it takes. You don't want to make it too wet though. And that's it all just coming together in the bowl. Okay, now put your hands in now and just pull it all together. Okay, and you want to put that in a bowl and put it in the fridge for approximately half an hour just to let it cool and relax. Now, in this pot here I've got some smoked haddock, the undyed one is what I use, and to this we're going to add 50 grams of chopped onion, it's about half a small onion, and 250 mils of cold milk. Now, put that on the heat, bring it to the boil. As soon as it comes to the boil, switch it off and leave the fish in the milk, and then we'll come back to that later on. So that's it for the moment, thank you. Okay, so now our pastry's been resting in the fridge for about half an hour and it's ready to take out. Give it a wee pat and a move just to get it moving. A little flour on your board, shape it into a round, and we're going to line a flan tin with a loose bottom. A little bit of flour on the bottom of there helps later on. Rolling pin, and just keep half turn all the time to keep it in that nice round shape. This rolling pin belonged to my granny, my favourite piece of equipment in my kitchen. And just keep turning and rolling, and you want to keep rolling and not stretch the pastry, you're more rolling it. It's quite hard work. Just keep with it, keep turning and rolling. Okay. And you want it about the thickness of a £1 coin. Okay, and just check how it is on your tin, that there's enough to come up the sides. I'm just going to give that a little more. There we are. Now, handy hint for getting it into the tin is a little flour on your pin and on top of the pastry, just the littlest amount, and lift it over the rolling pin roll it over the pin, bring your tin to your pastry and then unroll it back over your tin. Lift it up in. And ease it into the edges of your flan tin. Now, just leave it over the top of the flan tin and rip a little bit of extra pastry off to keep aside. And if you need this, it's quite a good way of just pushing it into the corners of the flan tin. And we've got just an ordinary fork and pierce it right the way through quite okay, you can see that, and then onto a baking tray. Now I don't put, you can put baking parchment and beans. I don't do that. If it's well pricked with your fork, you should be okay. And into an oven 160 degrees fan for 10 minutes. Okay, thank you. There you go now. So that's our flan out of the oven. And this is where a little bit of pastry we kept back can come into good use. If you happen to have a piece that you think there's a little hole, you can use this to just do a little, as we say in Palmerstons, puncture repair on it. Just take a bit of your pastry and gently put it into the hole. Okay, now for the filling. You can put any filling in that flan from that case, but today we're doing smoked haddock and cheddar. So I have 4 eggs, of course wrought male eggs again, and I've put them in a jug and beat them up. And if you remember, we put the smoked haddock into the milk with the onion. So I'm now going to add, I've taken the smoked haddock out and adding this milk to the eggs with the onions. That's why it's lumpy, that's the onions, and mix that in. And then with just ordinary milk, we make the whole of this up to 500 millilitres or a pint. And give that a good, make sure that the eggs are well mixed in to the milk. And then get our tray and the smoked haddock, just flake it in to the flan case. Just evenly distributed so everybody gets equal amounts of fish. And I've got 50 grams of extra mature cheddar and that in. And as I say, you can put any filling at all in here. Quiche Lorraine would be bacon, cheese, tomato, onion. And then into this, you gently pour in the egg mixture. Just gently encouraging those onions to go all through it. And you want it really full. I've got a little egg left. And that's it, and we're going to put that into the oven again, 160 degrees for approximately 20 to 25 minutes. I forgot a little black pepper just to finish that off. Right, we'll see you when I take it out of the oven. Okay, now that's the quiche out of the oven. As you can see, it's looking lovely and it's lovely and puffy. That will flatten down as it cools, but it's actually been in the oven for 35 minutes. A bit longer than I thought, but that's baking for you. So that's your smoked haddock and mature cheddar quiche. Thank you. Bye bye. See you soon.